In this video, I am going to show you how to make this lovely keepsake gift, an in memory of gift to help honor a special loved one. If you'd like to see how I made these gifts, keep watching this video. Hey YouTube, so today in this video, I'm going to be making two different gifts for a young lady. One of them is going to be an LED compact mirror. I'm going to go ahead and get this prepped, and then I'll move right on to the next gift, and I'll be just going back and forth between, and you'll see the outcome of both at the end. So I'm going to be using some epoxy resin. I'm going to mix part A and part B into this cup. I'm going to stir it up to make sure that it's mixed properly for like a good 5 minutes. Be sure to read the instructions on whatever epoxy that you use. This is not UV resin. This is like the real deal epoxy. This is not UV. So I have this really pretty heart-shaped silicone mold, and I'm mixing up clear first because I'm going to add a photo. I already laminated the photo off camera. So on the photo, and right now what I'm doing is using my heat gun to make sure there's no bubbles, because I'm adding a photo and you do not want to have bubbles in front of the photo because you want to be able to see the photo very clearly. So in this photo is a mother and a daughter, and on the right of the photo, you'll see it again later, on the right of the photo is the daughter, on the left is the mom. The mom died suddenly last year. And the daughter is like really going through it, heartbroken. As you can imagine, if you've ever lost a mom, you'll understand that pain can run very deep for many, many years. It kind of, I guess, gets better over the years, but that pain and that void will always be there. I can speak from that because I've dealt with it. I'm in year 7, and I was really, really, really close to my mom. So to make gifts like this, it makes me feel good because I know that these little keepsakes, they kind of warm your heart because you're just really going through it. And this is like only year 1 for her. So what I'm doing is I'm just adding heat to it again to make sure that there's no bubbles. I'm making sure the picture is fully submerged in the clear. I'm going to let that set because that has to cure at least a good 5 to 8 hours before I can add my second set, which is going to be glitter, my second coating of glitter. So now I am adding sandpaper to the back of this mirror just to rough it up a little bit. So when I add my adhesive, the things stay on better. I'm taking some rubbing alcohol to kind of cleanse off the dust from me sanding. I use probably about an 80 or 100 grit sandpaper. So you just want to rough up the surface, and you can get this LED mirror off Amazon. So I'm drying that off, and I'm also, just to make sure that there's no crumbs or anything from me sanding, I'm going to take a lint roller and get any extra little pieces out of my way to make sure, you know, it's a nice smooth surface. So my friends sent me the picture. I printed it out, the picture of the mother and daughter, and I made a really small photo, and I'm just going to glue this on to the mirror. Make sure that you open up the mirror and make sure it's lined up, because when I first did one of these mirrors for myself, I put everything going backwards, and it was fine because it was for me. I'm taking E6000 glue, and I'm going to go ahead and center that mirror where I want it on this compact mirror, and I'm just going to kind of see what pieces look right, where I want to place them. If you don't want to use UV resin for this, you don't have to. You can most definitely use E6000. It just has to cure for a good 24 hours. I'm using, this is the UV resin I'm using as my adhesive. It's a little runny. So you just have to consider that when you're adding your pieces and they're big, they'll start to slide. So you just want to be careful with that. I'm using this rhinestone chain. You can get this for about $8.99. I think it's like a yard worth. You can get this for about $8.99 on Amazon, and I'll make sure I have links to majority of the things that I use in this video. So I'm just kind of framing the picture with the chain, the rhinestone chain, and I think it's coming together really cute. And this rhinestone chain comes in like literally every color that you can possibly think of. And I think it's like a 3mm rhinestone chain. So the young lady is turning 21, and this my friend, my really good friend, which is her older cousin, hired me to do this. I was like, of course, just send me the picture you want. I downloaded it to my phone, sent it to my computer, and printed it out at home, or you can send it to like Walgreens or wherever you print pictures out. So the picture I used in the epoxy on the other gift is, the size is a wallet. This size is called, I think it's called contact. That's what the computer said. So this size is a contact size, really little. So what I'm doing, I'm just taking my wax picker tool on the edge and just kind of making sure that it's straight, because however you cure it on there, that's how it's going to be. So I'm just going through my cute little pieces and my little planner charms. If you're interested in like rhinestones or bling kits or planners, I have them on my website, myroyalradiance.com. And then I'm just a person who loves arts and crafts, so I just pick up random stuff online that I don't necessarily sell, that I just use for myself. Like that cute teddy bear, I made that myself with the teddy bear mold that I got from Amazon. So I'm just trying to see what's gonna fit, how I want to lay it on there. So I'm just doing my layout. So I'm just continuing to add pieces, and she's having a birthday dinner. I wasn't able to give her, originally my friend just wanted the mirror, because I made one of these mirrors for another close friend of ours that we grew up with. When her father passed, she had a nice little birthday dinner, and I gave this to my friend, but it was a picture of her and her dad, and it said, "Forever Daddy's Girl." My friend absolutely loved it. She loved it and she cried and stuff. So my friend was like, "Remember that gift that you gave our other friend? You think you can make something like that?" And I was like, "Of course, just send me the picture. I'll whip it up for you. Tell me what color glitter you want, and I'll make that." So if you know someone who would like something like this, or who's grieving and you just want to make them something cute to remember their loved one, I think this would be an excellent thing to make. It's very simple. I think it's cost friendly, in my opinion. You can get one of these mirrors. Well, prices is changing and stuff, y'all, but I think you can get one of these mirrors on Amazon for no more than about $10, maybe less. If you get an even regular compact mirror, you may can find one at like Dollar Tree, but it just won't be LED. It'll just be a regular compact mirror. You can do it on something like that. If you don't have a laminator, I've seen, to preserve the photo, I've seen people say that they can use like a thin layer of Mod Podge, a couple layers, to protect the photo. I've been seeing people put photos on cell phone cases. I don't think they're laminating them. So there's other ways to preserve the photo. Even if maybe you can seal it in some Scotch tape. There's other ways. I just use a laminator because that's just what I did. And I have a laminator, and that's just, it was easy for me. So I use a lot of pink. I have a lot of pink stuff because I like pink, but the person that this is for loves pink too, so that was perfect. I spilled some of this UV resin. So if you're using UV resin, I always turn my lamp around away from what I'm doing because it's motion sensor. You don't want to have the light pop on and you're in the middle of putting something on and it's not exactly how straight you want it to be or where you want it to be. So think about that as well. And I'm holding it at an angle so it doesn't run down. always keep you a piece of tissue or a paper towel and some alcohol, because it's plenty of times where it gets on my finger. I need to wipe it off immediately. You can use gloves if you want to. I have in the past, but I'm pretty good with it, so I don't. But wear gloves, because if you have it get on your finger and you let it cure on your finger, your skin can start peeling and get agitated. So make sure you're being careful when you're using UV resin. Okay, so I'm just adding finishing touches to the top. I did not realize I wasn't in camera view, so please forgive me for that. Okay, so now I am back to working on the epoxy resin mold that I'll be adding to a mirror. So what I'm doing, I'm taking this really pretty confetti glitter. It's Recollections from Michael's craft store. And I mixed up, I don't know how many ounces this is. Let's just say it's 2 ounces. Because at first I thought I made too much. It literally ended up being just enough. And if it was too much, don't ever waste your epoxy, because it's expensive, and you can just go get some smaller molds and pour it in there and make some other things with the leftover. So I'm stirring this up for like 5 minutes. You want to take your time and stir slow. I sped it up so it looked like I was pouring fast and stirring fast, but I wasn't. I just kind of sped it up for the sake of the video being too long. Look how pretty this glitter is. It is so pretty. This is one of my favorite glitters. And look, I had literally just enough. So if you want, you can make the whole thing clear. But why if you can add some cute glitter? So it's the next day, because this had to cure. And I'm unmolding it. And then we're going to go ahead and work on our mirror. So look at that. You want to make sure that you give it a good 24 hours. If it's like really hot in your house, it's like super warm, maybe 18 hours. You know, it depends. But look at that. Nice and shiny. You can't even tell that it's just clear on the first thin layer. It looks like it's glitter all the way through. You do not want to do your first layer with glitter, because it'll cover up the whole photo. I did that like 2 videos ago. I did one of these before for someone else with some coasters. And I had forgot my process, and I did glitter, and it was just crazy. I'm like, oh my gosh. I end up fixing it though. So this is a Dollar Tree mirror. And even though it was brand new in the plastic, it was super dusty. So I went to clean it off with some alcohol, and no matter how much alcohol I put on here, it still had all these streaks. So I had to go get the big dog Windex. And Windex did what Windex is supposed to do. I don't know why I didn't use Windex the first time. But I used Windex. And then I came with a dry paper towel, and look how clean that is and dust free. When you're putting on your, I have a silhouette Cameo. I cut out Forever Mommy's Tink. Tink is her nickname that her mother gave her. Because I asked my friend Alexis, I said, okay girl, what you want the mirror to say? So she texted me exactly what she wanted it to say. And I was like, okay, this must have been her nickname for her daughter. And she said, absolutely. So that's what it says. I just had to make sure that I had the letters, the words not too huge, so that the heart-shaped mold could fit. So I did all that sizing and stuff beforehand. Okay, so I used E6000. I was running out of it. I've since gotten more. I used quite a bit of it. So I used E6000 around the edges, and I wanted to use UV resin in the middle, because it's still kind of transparent, and I wanted to go ahead and cure it so it can lock on quickly, because I needed to drop this off. So what I ended up doing is I put a little bit too much UV resin, and UV resin can be a little runny. I need to find maybe a brand that's thicker, but when I need something thick to not run or not move, this is the one I use. It's in a bag because it's so runny. It kept getting all over my hand and stuff, so I just put it in a bag. So look, I put too much, y'all. Look what I did. Look. Trying to put it on a mirror in this big glob of UV resin. That's why you got to have your lamp turned the opposite way, because imagine if my lamp would have popped on due to motion. that would have been locked on there and wouldn't have came off. So I had to hit it with a combo of Windex and alcohol so it can come completely clean, so you wouldn't know I had there, because it kind of like really stained it. So I got that all wiped off, just showing mistakes, because every time you do a DIY, stuff don't always go perfectly right. So I slapped this on really quickly. I just had to dap some of that UV resin off. So I made sure everything was lined up really good. And I got my my LED lamp. I'm just making sure that everything is wiped off good. I got my LED lamp and I'm letting that cure. And here is the final finished result of this mirror. I think it turned out really cute. It's hard trying to show a mirror without showing yourself, so that's me, y'all. Sorry. But just focus on the mirror. It is so cute. It is so pretty and girly. It's glittery. It says Forever Mommy's Tink, so that when she looks at this, she can think of the love that she has for her mother, the love her mother had for her, how beautiful they are. They literally have the same face. It is like just still so shocking how you could be here today, gone tomorrow. She was only 47 years old. And here is the compact mirror. I love this compact mirror. It is so pretty. She can carry this in her purse, pull it out, check her lip gloss, look and see if she got something in her eye or whatever the case. And then it has the light on it if she's in a dark area and she needs to see a lot better. Again, she could see that picture of her and her mom and just have her heart be warm, because grief is a heck of a roller coaster. Believe me, I know. And if you don't know how it feels to lose a mother, God bless you. Woo, God bless you. But I think this turned out really pretty. My friend gave it to her at her 21st birthday dinner. She absolutely loved it. She loved it. She loved it. She loved it. And it makes me feel good to be able to make gifts that people can enjoy, to remember their loved ones. I'm just really big on that. And even like if I have a friend or someone who loses a loved one, I lost my mother in 2017. I still don't have the words to say to people, because it was no words nobody could say to me. It just wasn't. It just hit me so hard. I didn't even know who I was almost. I had to just really, 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 really go through that pain, because you can't avoid it. So anyway, thanks for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up. I hope that you did enjoy it. And I hope that you did get some inspiration or maybe a cool idea of something that you can make for someone that would enjoy something like this. Or even if someone wants to make something like this for and honor someone who's alive, you know, it doesn't have to be a in memory of thing, but I think it's good either way. So thanks again for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, or share it on Facebook, and subscribe if you want to. If not, thanks so much for stopping by. Bye-bye. Hey guys, check out my website, myroyalradiance.com. And there's always a coupon code available with a special discount, Royal Beauty 10 off. Use it today. We have some updated styles of luxury inspired faux leather fabric. And when you buy 3 sheets of fabric, you'll get the 4th one free of charge. They also have these beautiful iron-on patches available and these beautiful planner charms that are so versatile. You can use these to decorate your cell phone cases, compact mirrors, or you can turn these into brooches or croc charms. More beautiful sparkly gold iron-on patches for your Crocs or denim jackets, and the latest item we have are the brooches for the slouch socks. We also have luxury inspired Crocs charms. Iron-on transfers are also available. Check out our website, see our tactical defense, where we do have in-waistband gun holsters, belly bands, magnetic holsters, and a lot more.